I am absolutely fuming. Did that last weekend actually just fucking happen? I am fucking so pissed off, I can't even hide it. I could come on here and try to act cool, but I'm not cool. I'm not happy with what just happened. Everyone's fucking going on about, oh, how great is football? Football fucking sucks! Are you shitting me? I predicted Barcelona and Ajax to make it to the Champions League final. They were all leading 3-0 at some fucking point in their ties, and they both fucking blew it. Pissed is not even the right word. The word doesn't fucking exist. Maybe actually it does. How about cursed? Absolutely cursed. I don't know what I did, but I think I'm genuinely cursed.
So I'm going to say that the Champions League final is going to be Ajax versus Barcelona. That is going to be...
Alright, let's just try to break down and make sense of what the hell happened, alright? We'll start with Barcelona-Liverpool. So, first leg, Barcelona win 3-0. I would argue they weren't even the better side. I really would. And I tipped them. They really weren't the better team. I thought Liverpool were genuinely the better team. Might be hard to argue that considering they lost 3-0. So really, if you're any team and you lose the game 3-0, it's very... I don't really think maybe you are the better team. Maybe I'll rephrase that. Maybe they were the team that were in control. They were the team that were the aggressor, I thought, for the majority of the match. But ultimately, what did they do? Nothing. They didn't capitalise on it. Barcelona had a decent start, and they did capitalise on it. A very good ball in from Jordi Alba for Luis Suarez, who pounced on it, got a little touch to it, took it past Alisson, 1-0 lead. From that point on, Liverpool straight up dominated the game up until Barcelona's second goal, where they just got him on the break. Messi with a tap in after Suarez hit the crossbar, and Messi was having an okay game. Wasn't an absolute standout, but was doing quite well, doing his usual thing. Got an open goal, stuck it in for 2. But that free kick though, that was the moment of magic from the little magician that surely sunk the hearts of every single Liverpool fan. Even the most absolutely deluded Liverpool fan surely would have thought, wow, that has to be the goal that has dumped us out of the Champions League. There was one other talking point from the game though, the 2 chances that Dembele got right toward the end of the game, especially that last one where every single defender was going to Messi. Messi found a way to get it to Dembele. Dembele with tons of space. Piqué was doing a better job defending him than the rest of the Liverpool players were. In fact, Piqué probably got in the way of Dembele. Still no real excuse. Puts it straight at Alisson, and you saw the reaction of Messi. Messi legit threw his hands up in the air, was fucking devastated that Dembele didn't get that goal. And at the time, we were like, oh, why is he having such a massive reaction? Like he just missed a game-winning goal or something. Like they're 3-0 up. No, now we fucking know why he was so pissed off. Because in the second leg, Liverpool did it. They came back. They won 4-0. They didn't have Salah. They didn't have Firmino. Their 2 goal scorers were Gini Wijnaldum and Divock Origi. Are you fucking kidding me? That's ridiculous. And of course, a little bit of magic from Trent Alexander-Arnold really helped him out as well. I mean, the fact that that kid's 20 and he has the awareness for something like that is impeccable. I cannot believe they actually fucking did it. It was unbelievable. I wanted to be happy for them, I did, but I couldn't because I knew everyone was going to take the piss. Despite the fact that everyone went from fucking slating us to praising us at the end of the first legs, and then went right back to fucking slating us again because you're a bunch of fucking hypocrites. But Barcelona pretty much just did it again. Went into their shells, were nowhere near playing the fluid, free-flowing football that they're renowned for, and basically did an exact repeat of what they did in the Roma game. And I reckon if Dembele scores that goal and makes it 4-0, I'm not saying that Liverpool find a way to stick 4 past Barcelona again in the second leg, but at least at that point, I reckon Barcelona are once again going after the game a little bit more, and that's probably in turn actually probably helping them retain the ball a bit better, have more of the ball, have a bit more possession, set up the way that they usually would set up, and I don't think they're inviting as much pressure from Liverpool as they typically would. And that probably could have actually cut the score down a bit. Liverpool probably could have gone on to have won the game. And again, probably could have gone and got 4. But I genuinely think Barcelona, if they had played that way, they would have sneaked a goal. It would have been a big away goal. And that would have killed off the tie. If Dembele scores, that fucking sitter, Barcelona go through. It's as simple as that. And it's amazing how one moment at the end of a game that looked to be dead and buried has effectively almost decided this Champions League tie and who's made it to the final. But Liverpool made it. Unbelievable effort by them. Another magical night at Anfield. It was one of the greatest Champions League comebacks of all time. It's right up there with, their win at Anfield or that win at Istanbul, and of course their PSG's own Barcelona's very own comeback against PSG. It's one of the all-time greatest Champions League comebacks. But speaking of all-time greatest Champions League comebacks, there was the other one, Ajax and Tottenham. Now, Ajax again took a 1-0 lead away from home, getting a win against Tottenham. And even though a 1-0 win is hardly, yep, we are 100% through, like the same with Barcelona against Liverpool. At least then they were looking like a good side, and they were looking like they would go to their own home ground and really see it out. And to be fair, in a way, they were still looking like that was how it was going to go, at least in the first half of the second leg, when they extended it to yet again a 3-0 lead. Unbelievable. They both had 3-0 leads. They both had 3-0 leads, and they both fucked it up. One of them only had to hold on for 45 fucking minutes. But right when we thought we'd seen it all with Barcelona and fucking Liverpool, Tottenham go and pull off one of the most unbelievable comebacks ever again, almost trying to top what Liverpool did. I still think Liverpool win, but oh my god. Lucas Moura, unfucking believable. Just putting Tottenham on his back and delivering them to a Champions League final. All of his goals were very impressive, but that second goal, first off, Schöne not clearing their lines, Ajax just not hoofing the ball out of there, just fucking get it out. Just the fact that it was bouncing around, it falls to Lucas Moura, and he probably takes about 5, 6, 7 touches in the space of like less than 2 seconds to get himself an opening that seemed impossible when surrounded by players finding a way to squeeze it in. That was unreal. I could not believe that went in. Even though there are so many great players in that Tottenham team, you don't really think of Lucas Moura that much. He's just no star player, but he is, now that we have seen him rise up on this massive occasion. What a fucking star. What a special little player he is. Absolutely incredible. And he's really been probably, out of all players in that Tottenham team, the one that has seriously stepped up in the absence of some of their other players that have, been missing, like their Harry Kanes. When they've had to battle for it, he's really been there. And yeah, Tottenham went on. They completed the unbelievable comeback. They got through. They were down 3-0, so were Liverpool. I can't fucking believe. I'm still fuming. I really wanted a Barcelona-Ajax final. I wanted the Johan Cruyff final. Well, no, we're not getting the Johan Cruyff final. Instead, we're all going to get the fucking Peter Crouch final. Are you kidding me? We're getting the Danny Murphy final. The Paul Konchesky final. I hope you're all happy. Well, it is what it is. And it is going to be a Liverpool-Tottenham Champions League final. I can't believe it. I mean, Liverpool making the Champions League final, yeah, sure. But Liverpool, Tottenham. How is this the Champions League final? I can't fucking believe it. This is going to be... I honestly, even though I'm very surprised by the teams that have made it into the final, I am still bloody pumped up for it. Because there are so many different storylines here. First off, you've got Liverpool. The potential... not confirmed yet, but potential Premier League winners. We still don't know what's going to happen on the final day. And regardless of what happens on the final day, I really don't know if it affects this game all that much. Because, yeah, sure, if they win the Premier League, then they'll obviously be riding high and they'll have a lot of, they'll be feeling good going into it. But even if they lose it, I don't think they'll care. It'll be a full 2-week break that both teams are going to have going into this final. Liverpool not playing in the FA Cup, Tottenham not playing in the FA Cup. They're pretty much, their seasons are done, really. Tottenham, they've already got Champions League next season. If they win this game, they're back in it anyway, for sure. I think they actually might already still be in it. Regardless. The story here with Liverpool is Jurgen Klopp. Jurgen Klopp, first off, what an unbelievable manager he is. I mean, what he has been able to do with that team. When he took over, we can't forget where Liverpool were. They were almost, I think, were they outside the top 6? They weren't playing fucking Champions League, let alone making back-to-back Champions League finals. And yes, sure, I understand that he has definitely got his issues when it comes to cup finals, Jurgen Klopp. This is going to be a big game, I think, for him. Because how incredible is it that you came back from 3-0 down against Barcelona? I think the thing that Jurgen Klopp said before sending his boys out to face Barcelona in the second leg at Anfield was, if it was any other team in the world, this would be impossible. But because it's you lads, we can do this. Something along those lines. I'm paraphrasing there, but holy fuck if that doesn't fire you up for a game of football. Liverpool having made the Champions League final last season, and honestly, before Mo Salah went off injured, they were the better team, I think, up to that point, and then Real Madrid slowly took over and then Loris Kari has happened. I can't see Alisson making 2 errors leading to goals in the final, though. I can't. Maybe one. Maybe one. I'll at least say one, because Alisson maybe does do some dumb shit from time to time. I don't care if he looks like me, which he doesn't. It's a possibility, but not 2. Not fucking 2. And then, of course, you have Tottenham. Tottenham, oh my God. You have no idea. I kind of want, regardless of who I think is going to win and who I am going to predict will win the Champions League final, oh my God, if Tottenham won, it would be scenes. I kind of almost secretly want them to. Only for the novelty of seeing the look on every single Arsenal fan's face when they realise that Tottenham won a Champions League before they did, and that they will never, ever be able to chat shit about any Tottenham fan ever again. Because the second any Arsenal fan decides to crawl out their cave from under the rock they've been hiding under and say anything about Spurs, they will immediately get shut down with, oh yeah? Well, where's your European title? However, that could all change because Arsenal are in the Europa League final. So I'm just saying, amazing scenes. If Tottenham make the Champions League final lose, Arsenal beat Chelsea in the Europa League final. What a massive momentum shift that is. Arsenal get to chat shit, and then Tottenham go back to, oh yeah, it's a good old Tottenham, very Spursy, bottling finals, bottlers, yada, yada, yada. But oh man, if Tottenham win this, that would be scenes. And you know what? I think it would also be, I feel like, I don't think Tottenham winning the Champions League final is a fair reflection. I think we could hardly say, oh yeah, Tottenham, best team in Europe. But as much as I was singing the praises of Jurgen Klopp as well, my God, Maurizio Pochettino, I kind of almost want him to win it as well. I don't know if I'd prefer Jurgen Klopp to win it over Maurizio Pochettino, but whoever gets it, 2 very deserving managers for what they've done with their respected football clubs. Just incredible, especially Poch. I think what Poch has done for Spurs is in a way a little bit more than what Klopp has done for Liverpool, despite the fact we can't take away from the accomplishments of Jurgen Klopp at Liverpool. What Pochettino did, obviously, you could even say starting with Southampton and what he's done, building up that club, then moving on to Spurs, building them up to get to this stage. It's just absolutely incredible. The man's playing Football Manager in real life. It's just ridiculous. But the time has come. All right, let me give my prediction for who I think is going to win this Champions League final. And I know a lot of you are really going to hope I don't pick your team if you're a Liverpool fan or a Tottenham fan, but don't you fucking worry, because I swear to God, I will give up my name of the prediction god if I do not get this right. You are hearing it here. If I do not correctly predict the winner of the Champions League, I am renouncing my title of the prediction god. I will fight to earn it back. I will, even if I do go down, but I'm making the promise to you here. Shit. Just got real. Oh, fuck. I put my title on the line. I better pull it out the bag here. First off, let's take a look at these 2 teams and how they've matched up in the past. Now, Liverpool have, in recent times anyway, for the last, I'd like to think maybe 4 or 5 years, definitely had Tottenham's number. I think they've only lost to Tottenham. I know that they lost them quite recently, and I actually remember, to Tottenham's credit, it was actually like a 3-1 or a 4-1 win. Actually got a pretty big win against Liverpool not that long ago. However, if you were to look at every other game that they've played over the last 5 or 6 years, and even prior to when Jurgen Klopp took over, I think Liverpool have absolutely, over the last 10 or 15 games, they have really won a super amount of games. There's been obviously a decent amount of draws, but definitely I think there's only been 1 win for Tottenham in the last 5 or 6 years, and then nearly double-digit wins for Liverpool. There's also a general consensus and understanding, especially with the 2-week break between now and the Champions League final, that Jordan Henderson, Andy Robertson, Salah, and I'm not so sure about Firmino either, but that all of their heavy hitters, their star men that they have had missing through injuries, will be available so long as, they don't play the only 1 remaining game that they have left against Wolves, which, to be fair, they're going to want to be out on the park for, since that is the game that decides the Premier League title. But we will assume that Liverpool have everyone fit to them, in the same way that Tottenham might almost, not surely, but I think there's like about an 80 to 90% chance that Harry Kane might actually start the Champions League final as well. If not start it, then at least come off the bench. He should surely be ready for it. 2 weeks again left to go. There's plenty of time to come back from it. He's of course picked up that ankle injury, but tell you what, when Tottenham came back and won against Ajax, he was looking pretty fucking good on that ankle. I think regardless of if it's, Llorente or Harry Kane that starts, Van Dijk's probably going to have the job on whoever plays up top, because we know Tottenham, we know Poch, he likes to play a 1-man up top, so he likes to play that. That's his formation. And speaking of formations as well, you know, we obviously saw against Ajax him go to that 3, more 5 at the back defense, shall we say, and it did not work well for him at all. And when we saw the injury, or the concussion, should I say, to Jan Vertonghen, I think it was, he switched back to a 4 at the back formation, and it turned the game. It completely changed the game for him. And I know that when Tottenham were playing Liverpool, they were, again, very defensively set up and just looking to, you know, they were just hanging back against Liverpool, and Liverpool were absolutely kicking their back doors in. And I'm pretty sure Liverpool have beaten Tottenham 2-1 every single time they've matched up against each other in the Premier League this season. So you would think, off of the back of that, Liverpool have got to be the favourites, and I think that they definitely are. I think a big factor in this game is if Poch goes with a 4 at the back and tries to attack Liverpool and actually go for the game, that might actually be more to Liverpool's detriment than it would be for Tottenham, maybe sitting numbers back and trying to actually withhold or withstand Liverpool's attack, because we know that Barcelona tried it, didn't fucking work out well for them, did it? I think if you're Poch, you need to fight fire with fire, you need to go for it, because you've already tried setting up, having a bit of a defensive setup against this Liverpool team. It didn't really work out all too well for you. You did pick 1 goal up against this mob, but then again, Liverpool did strike back, and Mo Salah did what Mo Salah did, that unbelievable shot from outside the box. So maybe you could even argue a more defensive setup against Liverpool could work out a little bit better than it did when they were actually playing at Anfield. Maybe on neutral ground at the Wanda Metropolitano, it might potentially be a little better for them. I still think that Tottenham play there at their best, and they were going up against a no joke side there in Ajax, who played great, fucking beautiful attacking football, and they came back and they won their game. I really hope, for the sake of the game, regardless more than anything, I hope that he goes and implores, and I implore, Poch to play that 4 at the back formation and to go more attacking at Liverpool. And as for Liverpool, I think that would definitely make the game a lot more interesting, because I think if Poch does end up implementing that 5 at the back, or 3 at the back technically, I think it's in Liverpool's advantage. I will say too, though, by the way, as much as I absolutely love that Ajax team, I think Liverpool is a bit more of a complete team than Ajax. Ajax play incredible, brilliant, beautiful to watch attacking football. But by complete, I mean defensively. You've got Liverpool with Andy Robertson, Joel Matip, the big man, of course, Virgil van Dijk. I think they try, Tottenham, to play the way that they did in the final 45 minutes against Ajax, and the way that they did for a vast majority of the game in the first leg after Jan Vertonghen got injured. It's definitely not going to go as well for them as it was against Ajax, whose defense, they have some great players like De Ligt, for example, but I don't know if their defense, their back four, is as good as, say, Liverpool's is. You might also have to consider the fact too that Liverpool have been on this stage only just last year, so they'll maybe have the experience and they'll know what they're getting themselves into. Tottenham never wandered this far. This is completely new territory for them. You wonder how they'll deal with the occasion. Well, I think I have finally, ultimately, come up with a decision. Ladies and gentlemen, I am predicting that the winner of the Champions League final for 2019 is going to be Liverpool. Liverpool to win the Champions League final in Madrid. As entertaining and as amazing as it would be to see Tottenham win the Champions League, oh my God, I don't know if I can see it happening for them against this Liverpool outfit that have had their number all season long, and for the last number of years, the only win that Tottenham have had against this side they've only beaten them once in the last 5 or 6 years. If they were to suddenly pull out a win out of nowhere in a Champions League final, I don't know if I could see it. I just don't know if I could see it. Well, there we go then, Liverpool. I wish you the best of luck in the final. I wish both teams luck, of course, but I just want to see a good Champions League final, which hopefully these two will deliver. I'm also really looking forward to seeing how Liverpool is going to go up 3-0 at halftime and find a way to fucking bottle that as well. Please don't fucking choke the same way that Barcelona and Ajax did. I will not be able to fucking cop with it. I will not be able to deal with it. I only have so little in this world, Liverpool. You take the fucking title of prediction god from me, I don't know what much else I had to live for. But until the next video, guys, the Champions League final is 2 weeks away. I think very, very soon I'm going to be reacting to my Premier League predictions, so keep out for that. Till that video, my name is Masterbucks. Thank you all so much for watching, and have a good one.